Ben Nevis, the highest mount in Britain, sometimes experiences periods at its summit conference while the air is ivory dried. Weather observational data were done about the watch by a team of men who lived at Ben Nevis of 1883 to 1904. Their accounting records include now been digitized for contemporary scientific by voluntary. The SAVE force has stipulated new insights, not fair on the environment of the agrometeorology at the summit conference of the 345-metre high Scotchman Row but of facility in general through the UK Isles in the deceased 19th age. These men on Ben Nevis were very perplexed. Reason, for a pair of days, the air would be as dry as it could be, while largest of the period they would be residing within a puff and 100% moisture, told Professor Ed Hawkins of Reed College. Present, we recognize how dry air can occasionally get down of the stratosphere to close the shallow in top blood pressure system. So, time it was a secret for them, we can now go behind and reanalyze their information to see these events evolve and explanation them. The renowned weathermen of Ben Nevis would get measurements of heat, blood pressure and moisture on the time, each time. Rather a problem in the lowest of winters. Their operation was an previous try to know how facility diverse in height. The, recall, was a period length up the common use of radio sondes, weather balloons, and satellites. And in how feeling the men's devotion pay dividend distribution, though if they didn't ever completely understand which their tool were monitoring. Stephen Burt, as well of Reed, told such a ultra-cheap humidity events would include been completely unrecognizable to nobody utilized to take measurements nearer to ocean level. At RAF Honington in Suffolk, the moisture bring down to 8% at 14 o'clock GMT on June 30, 1976, for how summer's intensive heat wave. In difference, the Ben Nevis Observatory written values of 10% or less than on 368 several hours in 21 year 1883 to 1904, an ordinary of 17 several hours each year. Individual scientists include controlled to digitize almost all of the weathermen's observational data, that were stored in connected volumes following their transactions was closed downward. Vocational researchers are with several of the data to rebuild main events, such as the devastating 1903 Ulysses Tempest, as called since it was aforementioned in James Joyce's classical Roman. Saving old weather information is thus a extremely efficient strive as it helps put contemporary events in background. By the end of scientific 1 week, several 1,200 voluntary had finished on 300,000 tasks. Individual scientists are necessary to fracture on in the 1866 to 1867 information the 1 week. Professor Hawkins told, as an sample of why we are making the down there was a harsh flood occasion close leads in November 1866 that the saved information will assist us superior know. How occasion was just beaten by the wonderful events of December 2015 that occurred in a really various specific scenery. For Stephen Burt, the SAVE job is a way of profitable homage to the innovative ghost of the previous meteorologists. Country of the art tool, devoted observers, really top quality published accounting records, and now 500 plus mob-sourced voluntary include taking into account as the final Mount weather recording, one how will show to be of vast gain to all kinds of applications in the upcoming year.